Good evening, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson. I want to thank you for joining us on the NFHS Network powered by Play on Sports. Alongside me tonight is Mr. Aubrey Carter and Carson Taylor. Aubrey's a former graduate of Bacon County High School 2016. He is currently enrolled in college, preparing to be an educator, hoping to get back to Bacon County High School to coach some football, which he's doing now on a voluntary basis with the Red Raiders. And Carson Taylor is a freshman at Bacon County High School in my STEM pathway, engineering and technology. I want to thank him for producing our show this evening for us. This is Game 2 of a best-of-3 series in the Round 1 of the GHSA State Tournament. Lady Raiders defeated the Bobcats 10-1 in 5 innings in Game 1. And we're about to begin this game, as you will see something a little different. Game 2, you will see the Bobcats as the home team. If there is an if game tomorrow, that means if the Raiders lose this game, there will be one more game tomorrow, a deciding game at 6 p.m., and we're hoping that's not the case, as Taz Whitley is going to lead off this game for the Red Raiders. Taz was 3 for 4 with a walk in 3 for 3 with a walk in Game 1, with a big home run in the bottom of the 5th inning to secure that victory that give us the run rule, a 2-run home run, making it 10-1. And she's going to lead off this game for the Red Raiders. Hodges on deck. And Johnson in the hole. Ball outside. New umpire. We have 3 umpires in the state tournament. And that was a strike. I'm sorry. Just a bit outside. And we see that catcher quickly set up again outside, and she's going to shoot this one in the right field. Again, this girl, it's a beach ball to her. That's how I describe it. And I talked to her in my 4th block class today, and she just kind of laughs about it. And she's got a great attitude. You see a lot of players who in her position where she has just been beating the cover off the ball the second half of this season. She's just taking it in stride, having fun, and that's what I like to see. Just another base hit, another double for this young lady. Hodges to the plate, the center fielder for the Red Raiders, and most likely you'll see her square to bunt here. Let's move this runner over, move them, get them on, get them over, get them in. No, apparently maybe swinging away. Strike low in the zone. We do have we're going to have a little bit different strike zone. I can go ahead and tell this second game.
It's the same pitcher for Early County as last game.
It's a little low and outside there.
Last game 10-1 final score. 1-1 count to Hodges. Hickory.
Two balls, 2 strikes now on Zoe. Again, a young lady that's just does what she's asked to do. A tremendous center fielder. And this ball is hit for a base hit to left field. That's what she does. Runner makes the turn but stops. Runner's at the corner with no outs. For Aniston Johnson, she stepped up to the plate in the bottom of the 1st inning in Game 1 and hit a 2-run shot off the hosel of the bat. It just didn't sound very good, but the ball just carried right on out of here. It's going to be ball high. Runner's going to take second with no throw. I want to thank our title sponsors for this year quickly, and I'll talk about them more throughout the game as you'll see their commercials. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Kohler Electric Plumbing Supply, and Family Vision Care. This ball is popped up. Should be a can of corn. Could be trouble as they're both coming in, and the ball hits the ground as, again, both runners nearly collide as the ball was, as you can, it's kind of didn't zoom in, but the ball was literally in between short field there of center and left, and, we could see the problem about to happen there, Aubrey. And sure enough, it did. The ball hits the ground. It's going to be a hit for Johnson, one run is in. Runners at second and third, still with no outs. Brings Harper to the plate. Durrance on deck. Ball one, the count now. This ball is shot down the right field line. Trouble again. Man, we're just using all of the field.
Bree's going to try to take third right here, and
she's going to stand up triple for Harper as she hustles in. You can see the shoulders are sort of shrugging at the end of the game. You could tell from this early county bunch. It's 3-0 real quick here with no outs. I said earlier, confidently, not cocky, it was going to be tough for this team to come in here and take care of business against this number 1 seed from Region 2AA. We are a perennial power. We've yet to quite get over that hump to compete for that state championship yet. We've got some young talent here at Bacon County. Only 3 seniors remaining on this lineup. No juniors. We're freshmen and sophomores.
Change up there from Carver. It's going to be high for a ball.
3-0 early here, top of the first. We are the away team here in game 2.
0 outs. It's going to be outside. Hear me?
I got you.
Yeah.
Again, Durrance at the plate. She slams it
way off.
Out into the Bacon Swamp there.
About hit a lady down there. Two one to Ashley. It's going to be outside for ball 3. Bree Harper at third, who pitched a complete game in game 1.
And pitched very, very well. It wouldn't surprise me for her to go back on the mound, but well, likely there's another base hit. Harper scores. The Lady Raiders just continuing to do what they've done over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and that is pound that softball. Brings Clement to the plate. Four-hour drive from Blakely, Georgia. All the way over in the southwest portion of the state. Swing and a miss there, 1-1 the count. Still no outs, 4 on the board. Ball. Mm-hmm. Call it, Aubrey. Chop foul. Aubrey, where'd you get your name Aubrey from?
My great grandfather.
Okay, that's an older name, and nothing against you, but that's it is. And the only other Aubrey I knew was Mr. Aubrey. Now I'm going to miss his last name. He was our principal for Aubrey Lee. There it is. Apologize. And this ball is
popped up into center. She's going to make the first out of the game here for the Bobcats. Runner's going to stay at first. Going to bring up Schroeder now for the Raiders.
Okay, looks like Diamond Edwards has entered the lineup for the Lady Raiders in Game 2. She's on deck as Strozier is at the plate, and she attempts a bunt. Yeah, I think it is. We've got to get a correction here. Kamari is on deck. I'm sorry. Diamond Edwards is at the plate now at bat.
Yep, you're right.
And Strozier is on deck. So that tells me that Diamond is probably going in at second base, and Taz may be pitching Game 2. And there is that bunt.
It's going to be a dead ball. I think it hit her foot. She was trying to get out of the box.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here, again early, top of the first, 4-0. I think the coach may be questioning whether or not the ball hit her outside of the box. Maybe a good question there. He wants some help here to see maybe if one of those other umpires may have seen it or not. Meeting at the mound here, per se, by the umpires. Again, I want to mention our sponsors once again, the title sponsors for the 2017-18 athletic school year, and that is Kohler Electric and Plumbing Supply of Alma, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, and Family Vision Care with Doctors Hutto and McQuaig, and their great staff there. All right, here we go. Edwards comes to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Big crowd here from Bacon County. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3 and the second out of the inning. Again, Strozier strolls up. Couple base hits in Game 1 for her. Ball just out. Oh, he calls it strike. Wow. Just jerks the catcher's mitt outside there. I guess maybe it's catching the top corner of the plate. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, way inside, too. See when we get the bats crank back up after the 2 outs in a row. It's going to be
off the third baseman. It's going to be a base hit for Strozier. And she slams it down that third baseline. First and second, Sadie Adams is going to come to the plate in that 9 spot with Taz on deck. A chance to potentially bat around here for the Lady Raiders. And again, a lot of space down that third baseline. And she's going to pop this one right up the middle for a
base hit. Ashley's going to score, and we're going to hold Edwards at second.
And we will bat around as Taz will come back to the plate as she stroked a double, her first at bat in this game. There is a
Strozier on second.
Yes. There is a base open here. 5-0. Again, Taz with 8 home runs on the season. She's hit 4 in the last 3 games. And this ball is hammered to left field, and it's out of here. A line drive home run by Taz.
Her second home run in the first inning. You don't see much of that, folks. 2 home runs in 1 inning.
Yeah, and I need to correct myself. She had a home run in the previous game, and that's the second home run this game. And we're still in the first inning as we batted around. 8-0, and that was a line drive. I got a text from a gentleman earlier was asking me some questions about some possible recruitment type things for this young lady, and, man, she is stacking them up, stacking the stats up. I believe she has made a verbal commitment to play for Coastal College of Georgia But there may be a couple other larger universities that might be interested in this young lady before it's all said and done.
Who hit the home run? That wasn't. She
Okay.
didn't hit a home run.
You were thinking about
I
the
was
previous
thinking
game.
the previous home
It
run.
wasn't long ago that she did it.
She hit the
she hit
walk-off,
the.
that's what I was
That's right. She hit the double. That's the double and a home run. We got a little excited, folks. Sorry about that, but still, the double and a home run here in the first inning. I do recall when they were playing a couple weeks ago. We played 3 innings versus, I can't even think of the team. I apologize. They'd probably rather me not say it anyway. But we played 3 innings. We run ruled them after we got 3 outs in the top of the 4th. But in 3 innings, she had 2 home runs, a triple, and a double for that young lady. And this ball is popped up in play, and it's caught by the first baseman for the last out of the inning. However, the Raiders pound out 8 runs off 7 hits in the top of the first. We're going to take a quick break on our sponsors and be back on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, in just a moment. All right, Raider Nation, we are back here in the bottom of the first inning. And again, if you're a little confused, joined us late. The Raiders are the visiting team here in Game 2. So we are on defense in the bottom half of the first inning. Taz Whitley is going to be on the mound, as she has helped herself before she even took the mound with a big 3-run home run in the bottom of the first as the Raiders batted around, scoring 8 off 7 hits. And let's see if she can't take care of business on the mound here as well. That first pitch is low and inside.
In on the shins. 7 hits in that first inning.
And actually, it might have been 8. I counted one as an error. I didn't count it as a hit.
Quick 2-0. Another one inside.
Lord, little man, get your arm up faster. You're killing me.
2 balls, 1 strike. What the Raiders want to do is shut them down here.
It's going to be the first. Ashley's going to make an easy routine play at
I
first.
tell you what, that's a good play by Ashley. When that ball stayed down like that, a lot of times you see it sneak under their glove, but she kept her glove down. Very fundamental play there. You're taught at an early age it's a whole lot easier to come up than it is to go down for that ball for the first out of the inning. Ball fouled sharply out of play. A couple shout-outs I did, if you were not with us in Game 1, shout-out to some of our faithful followers on the NFHS Network, Mr. and Mrs. Lisa, or Mr. and Mrs. John and Lisa Hughes. This ball is popped up in play, and Ashley makes the play for the second out here in the bottom of the first. Coach Stephen Tyre at home this evening watching the Lady Raiders. Want to thank him for joining us. He dedicated about a decade of his coaching career to these Lady Raiders. Want to thank him for paving the way for a solid softball program here at Bacon County High School.
Got a chance to play under him in baseball, too. Enjoyed playing for him.
Not sure if he hasn't sent me a text. He usually does. If he's watching, working away this week, Jason Taylor and his crew usually pile in a hotel room, as these are our faithful power workers.
It's gonna be a jam job to AJ now. Gonna make a easy play. Not that great of a throw, but Durance is gonna be able to handle it to end the inning.
3 up, 3 down for the Red Raiders. That's what you ask for after a big inning. Let's see if we can't pound out a few more runs and get this game over with quickly. We're going to take a quick break, honor our sponsors, and be back in just a moment. All right, we're back, Raider Nation. Top of the second inning, and that's correct. 8-0 off 7 hits. AJ to the plate as we bat it around. Outside for strike. No, yes. He calls it late. We're struggling up here with the calls that he makes.
AJ actually reached on an error in our first at bat. Bottom of the third here now for the Bobcats. They trail 10-0 to our Lady Raiders here in Game 2, first round playoffs. GHSA. This one's fouled off to the left.
Whitley on the mound for the Lady Raiders. Pitcher of record for Game 2. 10-0 lead. She, again, we've already said, tacked on a few runs of her own with a big home run in the first. In her second at bat in the first inning, as she had a double and a home run. 11 hits now for the Lady Raiders, and that's a total of 18 hits in about 8 innings.
One's chopped up to the mound, gets by the pitcher. Edwards is going to try to make the play. Throws actually from a sitting down position, but she's not going to get it there.
Infield hit there as it's off the glove of the pitcher.
I'd say that was a hit. It doesn't.
When the it's going to be strike on the outside corner. I caught it right. Yeah. Again, we got about a 2-second delay. We're all in limbo here. We're kind of we're casting lots here, trying to decide what he's going to call. But it's that outside corner. He's been pretty tight on it all 3 innings, I should say.
Outside changeup right there. It's going to be a fastball outside. Almost got by Snell. She snags it. 1-2 now.
Unable to locate any scores from other teams around our region. I think Applin and Pierce are both hosting today in Region 2 AAA.
We had confirmation Applin did win the first game.
Okay. Applin won their game 1. Do you know who they were playing?
I'm not sure who they.
Well, you know what?
did
I can
play.
find out for our listeners right now. I'll go to the GHS site and I'll pull that bracket up.
Smith, she's going to foul this one off. Another payoff coming up. This one swung on and missed for a third strike.
I'm going to go through the
This is going to bring up
possible scenario. After
White, if I'm not mistaken, for Early County. Excuse me, what did you say, Brent?
No, I wanted you to get that name in there after this
Correction,
pitch.
This is Heakley.
The scenario for the Lady